Mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, I'm about to go out, come back in, y'all. Be right with it. Testing 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, getting the levels right. I'll be with y'all shortly. is Matthew Douglas Craig, also known as the Moon Rockati, most known as Lotus. My Wi-Fi giving me some issues. Tried to hit a beat earlier. I don't know if it'll be popping today. This will be short. Very short, because this is information that the majority having all the most Wi-Fi problems, full bars, biggest problems that Wi-Fi can bring. All right, so they kicked me out for a while, y'all. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Messing with me, y'all. All right. There y'all go, now go away. Take a while. You know, that's the salute. Saluting, greeting, honor by admiration. Still doing some of the mic check right now. Okay, that's perfect. I like to use authentic and further names to identify. You already know I say shout to myself that because even my name Craig, that's why I scarred. And the height, that means megalith builders, those who built with stone, those who knew about the mountains and the rocks. That's my family. All right. Now I want to see if I can load up these images so people get to understand two types of Aboriginal. So I've shared plenty of times and I'll share it again. Let me check this out. All right, so there we go. Okay. So when I show these quotes, all right, once again, let me make sure y'all, am I still lagging? Okay, so when I show this, and I show this is the source. Okay, there's a lot of BS double talk, but I noticed in almost all communities, in America, none of them mention this book. It's as if they have no knowledge of it. So it's time that we need to re-educate ourselves in a little different manner, in a different way. All right, so this book is from the Library of Congress, so that means that it had to be something written towards the beginning of the 20th century, the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th century. Because all the Library of Congress records were burnt, and that's not just in America. That's the whole planet. The whole planet had a reset in records burnt. People wouldn't really understand certain things, and for good reason. And it's very important to what I'm going to share today. So again, when you see this, okay? When you see this, these are the people that came and worked, okay? These are the people that came and did what they could. Okay? They were not farmers. They were miners. Okay? In the same book, you'll turn around and say this. So they will say that our ancestors worked these tobacco fields, right? And they were the masters, but you see they didn't get here until the 1880s and large numbers. Okay? But in 1880, guess what we had going on? This. So if this says, let's see, by the end of the Civil War, when slavery there were over 4.5 million blacks, African ancestry, living in America. I want people to really understand what's going on here. I didn't know how to explain this again to everybody. Okay? End of the Civil War, that's the middle of the 1860s. But it says here 30 years ago, Negroes in this country own nothing, not even themselves. W.E.B. Du Bois said that. They now own property aggregated in a neighborhood of 940 million. And that's in 1900. There was no Federal Reserve. That means that we had that before that. We had 20,020 businesses. Not slaves. Not freemen. Businesses. You can find that in this book. Small nation of people. So So who are the slaves that they're talking about here? Well, the only slaves that we know, this is in the same book, literally, the previous page. These are the slaves. So when they're saying about a civil war, end of the Civil War, 4.5, really talking about them. I want everyone to understand this. See, the importance of this is the eyeball, okay? Your eyeball is directly connected to your brain. All your senses are in your head. Technically the smallest portion of your body. Your taste, your smell, your sight, and hearing are located in your face. So, when your eye sensor can see the lies in these books, it makes you not want to read these books. The book right here, this page, and the person I got it from had his birth certificate in this book. You cannot just go buy this book. For him doing his research and what it took for him to get that book, he spent over $10,000. They didn't start doing this until the 1980s. I want people to understand that when it comes to this history, this information that we're reading, whether it supports us or doesn't support us, we have to discard it and not take it wholeheartedly. The Royal Society was ran by our people until 1875. When everyone understands this time span. So when you get this book, they're describing to you what fellows of the Royal Society were doing and had control. Again, right here. Now, because my eye is connected to a brain that has information and data stored in it, when I see this, I can literally break down what's really going on here. What I see is a society in control of their destiny. You understand? This is a society flourishing during the times of world fairs. Industrial age. Higher intellectual thinking, innovations, and inventions. Do you understand what's going on here? What I'm trying to explain to everybody. This is because my eye, when I see things, my eye is computing it in a different way other than the average person. You get it? Okay? I can walk by an area, a hole dug 50, 60 feet into the ground, and see what they call Tatarian culture with my eye. You understand? My eye saw it. I understand. Technology allowed me to see it. So when you are using your eye and you're using your technology, it should be to the best of your ability. That means you should be able to break down every single thing. You should always be on alert, in conscience. You should be in conscious intent. You should be in second attention. You should be in third attention. Observing everything every way possible. Otherwise, you will not see the bigger picture. You will not see the world the way the world sees itself. you will see the way the world tells you to see it from these books. You will not understand unless you take these steps until you really break the way you see things. And it's complicated because we are not programming our children in order the way you properly see the world. Okay? The way the world sees itself. Let me show some more before I get into it. Now you're gonna tell me that we let these people see the world and show the world the way the world sees itself, and we can't comprehend and fathom this because we're so petty looking at some materialistic and physical world when 100 years ago to 120 years ago we were still in power, we were losing our power. And that's why I'm on this level, man. So I'm doing what I do. Everybody get this book. Once you have this book, you can literally tell people, we know what you're about to say is bullshit. We know. We had control of everything, bro. Again, this is what we control. But prior to 1870 completely, 1870, bringing on the princes, aka digit servants, aka Slavs, weren't even capable. So they had to go mine for the minerals that we used to invent and build things. We're not getting it. Like most people can't tell me what this is. Because our eyes are only programming us to see things of interest and not the things that are really important. Give us a couple more. So when it comes to the Sphinx being in the San Gabriel Mountain, head bigger than every Sphinx on planet Earth, they put the name right there in your face. You drive by it all day and have no idea what's going on. In California, there's a city called Eagle Rock because it's a giant rock. It looks like an eagle. Keep on moving along. This is located in Azusa, California. This is the mountain I look at every day. You have the eye, you can observe and see what this is. You can see this is a face. You can see that this is a pyramid built into the mountain. Our ancestors were doing this. Our ancestors did amazing things a long time ago and carried on and maintained things. Maintenance repair, overall maintenance repair operations to MRO. This building and many other buildings in the very city I live in, going down the street called Citrus, a lot of the structures are very old, made with brick. This is Tatarian civilization. I drive by it every day, everywhere. Soon I'll be showing a whole breakdown of all these things. So, all right, y'all, for Summer of Love, your best Prince holiday. Task Force Studio doing their thing. My good brother DJ Cut. Attack. We also have the She Code coming soon, August 3rd to August 10th. The Ghost Spring holiday and DJ Attack. I will definitely be in Las Vegas. There's a couple of sites I'm going to go to. Y'all can even ask Chief. Like I showed you image. Man, look at this shit I just went by. Man, look at this shit. Like I know where the pyramid on your way to Vegas. I know where a big ass pyramid is, and then further down another big ass pyramid. And yeah, I have video footage of some of them too. All right, y'all. So there we go. Let me cut off the music. All right, let me make sure everything's good. Testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, it's kind of scratchy. Whack. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, that shit's scratchy. Hold on, be right back in, y'all. Testing, 1 2 1 2. That shit's scratchy. Hold on, be right back in.
Hey, I'm sliding on the beat, that bitch so
Enemy of my tribe, an op of mine, so what's happening? Government and all, y'all cross the line, so what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like you cross the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, oh yeah, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche. Should've left me where I was, cause I ain't never scared. Took that little ice off my neck for this arrowhead. My nation, my Nietzsche, someone thorough said. Real Americans, still pure blood, we thoroughbred. I'm like, let my people go and just take me instead. When it's red or blue pill, I'm only choosing red. I'ma always choose my people, you can keep that bread. Our government owe $1 trillion, you can keep that bread. If it's one thing Jim Crow is showing me, I don't want no white folks ruling over me. I don't want no politicians ruling over me. I don't want no po-po ruling over me. Only somebody just like me gon' treat me like me. I'm Iron Cherokee, the Chief and Dr. GLE. I'm still a G like EST. You might not be as G as me. You think you free, but you need remedy to be as free as me. I'm from the hood, I'm still waking up my people. They got us good, they still hating on my people. When it comes to fashion, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to music, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to dancing, the whole world wanna be like us. Foreigners are doing everything, trying to weaken us. Sports, y'all can't fuck with us. Rhythm, know we killing y'all. Anything involve a ball. Mentally, we figured out the cosmos. After all inventing shit, we smashing y'all. It's time to take through asking y'all rights by blood after all. Vatican and the Smithsonian got all our shit. Artifacts and relics still keeping us away from it. When they say it was a long time ago, that's racist shit. Y'all holy land keep stolen shit. We don't need y'all holding it. Reverse engineering our technology, controlling it. Gave it everything you got, but you can't put no soul in it. I ain't go see the new Matrix cause I'm living it. Everything is not what it seems, but I'm killing it. Can you afford to pay attention who you living with? Now they trying to mandatory vax, but is you getting it? Fall back off my Nietzsche, I'm peeping y'all tactics. This ain't no Earth war, this is galactics. Goddesses and gods warming up like practice. We gon' put arrows on your chest like patches. Mongoloids can't style like us, them fake natives ain't wild like us. They ain't got a soul, destiny as a child like us. Nobody power like us, nobody peace pipe like us. Boxing, y'all can't fight like us, nobody lost they right like us. Wake 'em up, I'm in the way. Say too much, I'm in the way. They tryna kill us anyway, so listen what I'm finna say. Everybody, our kids, we raised all anyway. What that sense is finna say, everybody ain't here to stay. Is you with us or against us, ain't no in between. I'm a non-ether being, not a human being. Got fucked in 1492, but all my allies what it do. Renegade got kicked for days, be careful, I advise you to. Enemy of my tribe, an op of mine, so what's happening? Government and all, y'all cross the line, so what's happening? My ancestors.
Yeah. All right, can y'all hear me? Perfect. Put it down. Put it down. All right, that ain't all that scratchy. Let me make sure that I'm keep it on for a second. So, Basically, let me get right to it, y'all. There's gonna be some information that breaks down something. It'll be real quick. I'm trying to make it simple as possible. So okay, this is, this, some will say standing on your square is Masonic or something, but really it's not. They just took it, created some clandestine fairy tale nonsense about it. So this is going to be something that pisses them off because most of them don't know it. They don't know what's in their pocket. They don't know what's behind the door. You know, they guard what they don't know. But this stuff is, it's an initiate thing. Anybody who's initiated in the traditions and took it serious and tried to be, excuse me, get some water, and tried to be the top person in that knowledge. Let me make sure it's still right. Tried to be, tried to be the top person in that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be number one. It's really a masculine thing. That's why rites of passage is really a masculine thing. Story for, saying another day. So basically, this is, you know, and it's how you observe things. It's a little different than what many people are used to. But basically, this world, I'm gonna say it again, it's not what you think. I've been showing y'all the images for a while. You can go check out my channel. I put out videos showing these things, and soon I'm gonna start breaking down more and more of the mathematics to it. Now let me see if I can load up this image. Hold on. All right, I got that one. Damn, where this shit at? All right, all right. So, okay, I got that one. So, okay, so the perception of the eye is that you will see things, for the dimension it is. Basically, um, damn, that ain't even the right one. Hold on. Before I load up this other stuff, in fact, while I load it up, let me break a little bit more down about uh family and genetics. Like, I do not come from slavery. I'm not a Slovak. So I want people to get this shit twisted. Normally I don't do this. Some people can be like, "Oh man, you gotta show all your shit, man, booty wooty whoop." But I already got this on Facebook. Most of my family have already been pulling stuff up, looking deeper into things and finding out, what it is. So this is the side, what it is. Okay, so from my own grandmother's mouth, my video is on Instagram, that this ancestor that's in the circle is her father. Slovak people under his command built his house. So when people say he ain't got no aboriginals or Indians who had white slaves, you are talking to a person that is a bloodline descendant of an ancestor that still had the motherfuckers as slaves even after the fact. That Juneteenth is really when they when they knew that they were free. That's why people in Texas was like, "What? What you mean free? Huh? What are you talking about?" I know what the fuck you was saying. Excuse my language. Hold on. Show my ancestors, and I'm using profanity. I'm messing up, y'all. So excuse that. So as simple as this: this ancestor here in the circle is Mr. Reed. If anybody knows Reeds that are from Kentucky, they will tell you this similar information. They will have the same knowledge. You don't need a book. This information is passed down. This is my mother's. So you see the far right, the top, that's my father and my mother. So boom, anybody trying to expose some shit, fuck you gonna expose? You gonna expose the fact that I come from motherfucking greatness? You gonna look like a fucking idiot. I'm exposing. Oh, you're exposing the fact that my ancestors owned Jewish slaves. So what the fuck you gonna do? Because that's what you're looking at right here. That's a Reed, and next to Mr. Reed, my great grandmother is Yoakum. Okay, child of Yoakum in the picture right above Mr. Reed with her brother, and brother had different fathers who was in the Civil War. That's a famous Civil War picture of my ancestor, my blood line from my mother's brother, ancestor. So anybody trying to expose some shit, eat shit. My grandmother told me to my face on Instagram, they built that. He had them build the house. Got even further information on that. We have to get it from other ancestors just to have more validation on our evidence and stuff we've been putting together. Yoakum, we had our own coin. Understand that? Adeline Yoakum, we had our own coin. They were mining for my ancestors. We had control. So when you see stuff like this, showing information like this, before I load shit up, showing that we ran things. So when somebody came that was a Slovak and they were learning one of these trades, they had to be an indentured servant apprentice and do what the hell they told them to do. We ran this shit, y'all. This is a book. You ain't got to tell nobody no book, no white cargo, no carpetbagger, no scallywag, no Yugoslavian, no white trash or nothing. You just get this one book and end the fucking discussion. Anyway, I'm a bloodline ancestor. Kentucky. All right, let me see. God damn, this shit still ain't. Okay, let me see if I got it. Yeah, people just think this shit is a joke. Boom, those two right there. Okay. All right. So this shit ain't no damn game. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go get a book to understand that we had control here. And when they came here, they couldn't feed themselves. Where was all the materials coming from to feed ourselves, to clothe ourselves, that were different than hemp? So when it comes to the South is connected basically from Florida to California. I don't know why people don't comprehend. I guess there's the distance that make people think there was no trade and stuff going on between those areas that we had going on. Yeah, we did. But that book, that's just from the Carolinas and North. Okay, there it is. All right, so I don't have the overhead image ready to load up just yet. There we go. So, because my eye, I observe things in more than one dimension. So the reason why I'm able to see this as a face, but can look at the mountain, and the mountain is at a perfect angle too, by the way. These mountains are all perfect angles, perfect dimension angles, y'all. Nature does not do that. Period. in my lame Helicate voice. It doesn't do that. Nature does not push up things in with perfect angles, y'all. So this face is right next to this. That face is right next to the letter A. If you ride on the 210, between the 57 and the 605, you'll drive in the city of Azusa, leaving Glendora to Azusa, going to Duarte. You will literally see this in the mountain. As you're driving by, you'll literally see it line up. Now, the thing is, how can this mountain, the lines line up perfect with the mountain behind? These are three sets of mountain ranges, y'all. It goes down into a valley, and there's a city in between these first two. Before it was difficult for me to explain this. But these are lines that are going perfectly through the mountain. That means that these mountains, which are about 0.4, 0.5, which is basically half a mile spread from each other, from the perfect angle, this is what it looks like. And if your eyes open, you can see how the world sees itself. See, it's not about how we see ourselves. It's about how the world sees itself. And when you see the world the way the world sees itself, you might have to talk to a mountaineer. Ask a mountaineer, why you guys call it the face of the mountain? And tell me about the mountains. And the mountaineer is going to tell you some very interesting information. I'm not even going to speak for a mountaineer anymore. I just know that my family, my bloodline, they're the Craigs, are the first original mountaineers. Okay? All right. Making things with wood. You know what I'm saying? That's another story in itself. But yeah, I'm Gasagua. And that's not even like a name of a tribe or anything. So anyway, where's my picture at, y'all? Where's my picture? There we go. So 9 dimensions, y'all. So when I observe these mountains, when I observe information, when I look at things, I'm not just looking at it one way. So the way I'm observing something, as in trying to make out, what's going on, what it is, understanding geography, landscape, stratigraphy. You have to look at yourself as being at the dimension that you're at. Like I said, the only way you can see the mountains, the lines lining up perfect, you have to be at a specific distance. Your square has to be set in a specific direction. So with that being said, you have to go by the sides of dimensions. So you're seeing things on the square, you got to think of things on the sides. Then you got to think of things from not north and south, but what's right in front of you and what's right behind you. So that means you'd have to observe everything in a 360 perspective. Eventually, you have to make half a wheel in the way that you're looking at things. The distance that the eye can see on a clear day, what's that, over 20,000? Not 20,000, over 20 miles. Damn, 20,000. You gotta be a super hawk to see some shit like that. So basically, 20 miles, is the basically perspective as far as you can see. You can't see details, like this with the human eyeball. What is it, about 3-4 miles? You can make out details and see things that are going on. Like I can see somebody walking up and down this mountain when I focus. Okay, so I just want people to understand that part. It's not easy to make simple, but I'm saying, I'm trying. The thing is, the 6 is only the 6, but the way you're seeing things are things that are straightforward, that are looking at you. The complicated part is looking at things that are not straightforward. It might be at an angle. Okay. So when you're looking at things from an angle of, being perpendicular or laying down on your right side, you're going to see the world sideways. I don't even know if I got any images on here like that. Let me see. No, I don't think so. Let me see if I can load one up, y'all. So looking at the world on your right side is a whole nother perspective. Looking at the world when you laying down on your left side. Let's say you lay down on your left side and you look outside of the window. Or you could just put your head to the side and look at whatever you're looking at. Mountain, landscape, whatever. It don't matter. These are just different perspectives and dimensions in the way you see things. You're not going to see things the same way. Let me see if I got one. Y'all think I got a good one for y'all. Mm. Thing loud and clear. I know. Hopefully, I'm not going over too many people's head. Um, Hopefully, I'm not going over. All right, perfect. So as you can see, those line up. I'm waiting for these other images to load up, and I have these images sideways too. So you could basically do a screenshot and then turn it to the right, turn it to the left. So that would be a whole nother perspective. Here we go. So it's like looking at the world like this. When you're laying on your right side, this is how you see the world. When you're laying on your left side, this is how you see the world. So it's another dimension than when you're looking at it like this. So what I'm saying is when you see the world, the way the world sees itself, the little thing I've been using lately, you're gonna see things differently. As expressed, so people don't get it confused. Yeah, I'm talking about petrified giants. I'm talking about structures our ancestors made out of the petrified giants. The debate is whether they're petrified or rather all of these things are, things that our ancestors made. So what I'm saying is I agree with both. So I'm not really picking a side. So I'm saying that a long time ago, these are some giant things. I don't know the conditions of the planet then. I can't imagine it. But I've seen this too many times where whole areas, I'm talking about with my own eyeball on an airplane flying over the areas of Arizona, Utah, Colorado, those areas, and seeing what I saw from the sky. You can't take that away from me. So if you haven't experienced that and you know what I'm saying, you don't have that experience. Next time you fly, anybody in here, next time you fly, take some pictures. I did. I took live photos. First, when I saw, oh damn, like shit, that's so. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit looks like it's a bunch of fucking faces and creatures and all kind of weird looking shit. When you get 25 to 30,000 feet, so this is not something that I'm really up for debate. But this is what I've been studying is the stuff our ancestors did do with this. So let me show it again. Got a couple of pyramids on here. Like there's a step pyramid. They started breaking it down. They'll take stuff they broke down and create ways to go up this, and remove minerals. Let me find this other one, Pyramid Lake. There it is. So you see that this is the birthplace of making pyramids out of stone. You can see the perfect angles. We made them out of mountains. You see the perfect angles there. All right. And what do you see? You see perfect angles. Perfect. The geometry and the angles, other stuff is perfect. And I'm looking at it right now as we speak. I look at it all day, every day. I just marvel at it because I've been on both sides. I've seen the exact angle of dimensions. And it's like, holy shit, our ancestors were cutting pyramids out of these mountains. So then I looked even further and wanted to see what's going on with the way, saying the cosmos move along these areas. So, I've been doing a great deal of research on this stuff. But if I didn't have my mind and my eye right, that's when you are right with your sensory, like you're hearing, like that, close your eyes and focus on what you hear. Your senses amplify. If you're right, if you're unhealthy, that's another story. But if you're physically in good health, then seeing these things. And then there's also a thing with craniometry. It's the position of your head. So if your eyes are a specific distance away from each other, you're gonna see things differently. So what else I'm trying to express is you really see things in two dimension. You really do. But with our eye, thanks to well, that's a story for another day. So we'll just say basically, that's a little too advanced. So basically, when you take a picture, you're seeing things in 3D. If you take a 2D picture, this what I'm showing you is the way it'll look like. So this right here is the same face that I'm showing you here. Damn, man, where the face at? Oh, shit, hold on, y'all. I was just showing it. Man, busting up my flow. Okay, so this right here is right next to that letter A. But this is a Google Earth 3D image. When you see it in a picture form, let me go back to it. Damn. Gotta get a little better. Wow. So when you see it like this, you can't make it out. That's the way 2D is. So the dimension that we see with our eye is ultimately in two dimension. This is three dimension. Trying to make sure I get these little parts. What I'm trying. This image is looking at it can't see the grooves, the different positions of the mountain. It sees it all as just one. That's how I was able to pull the images out of a lot of areas. But the only reason why I focused on this area because most people see in two dimension. I'm a little different. You know what I'm saying? That it don't mean I'm no dead goddamn X-Men superhero type of bullshit. It just means that I was taught how to observe art. I was taught how to observe things with my eye. So it's not some. Well, I will say this: if you have eyesight issues, we wear glasses. Some of this stuff is very complicated. But so this is for a person that has 20/20 vision. So a person that has 20/20 vision, everybody that has 20/20 vision is capable of seeing these things like this. It's just that some people's eyesight and vision and perception it's not trained. So for the trained mind, Just think whenever you look at something, um, it's not the way it looks. It's not the same as looking at it in an airplane. In an airplane, from a specific distance, you would see more of this when you look at that mountain than someone that's in a two that's 26 feet picture being taken and seeing it this way. So for me to see it this way and know that oh shit, that's a face. That means I'm stepping out of seeing things in two dimension, and I'm imagining. The only imagination I'm using off of is what I'm observing, and I'm sitting to myself, damn. So what if 50 feet higher? What does it look like? So I got on Google Earth, and again, that's what the image looked like in 3D. So okay, so everyone understands that with 2020 vision, that when you observe these things, you'll be able to see it. It's a whole lot of stuff. I'll just say what it is. It's a bunch of faces on this one mountain, and this is what I look at every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of faces. These faces on this mountain are straightforward. That's one. Some of them are slanted to the right, some slanted to the left. So that right there is just three. And that's when you're making your eight, which is laying on your right, which is four, laying on your left, it's five. And then you have the things that are laying over that you're seeing, that you're looking straight forward, and they're upside down, or they're looking down to the right. Like right next to the A, there's also a face that is looking, that the head is down to the right. You also have another face. Well, it's actually a part of the other side. On the other side of this A, there's another face that is looking down to the left. Then you have a face that's completely upside down. So, yeah, anybody that's a Mason probably pissed off right now. And that's all it is. That's all it really is. And then you do the math. That's eight. You do the math times three. You go through three processes. And those processes are doing a mirror reflection. It's seeing these faces with the heads where it's a perfect angle. I'm going to show you exactly what that is too. And looking at it from splitting of the face, and then the bottom half. I know it sounds like complicated, probably like, man, what can do these things now? So I focused on these things. I took pictures, and I had to zoom in on and go to different locations and see if I could, make art and stuff with the faces. So I'm able to create these things. You know what I'm saying? That stuff I made with an app. Pretty cool app. All right. So if your eye is 2020 vision and you can see this stuff, I'm telling you, it's crazy. You know, but everybody can't see this. So what happens is the people who can see it, they have created systems and have made many mockeries out of the fact that a lot of our people, what I'm saying, can't see the world for the way the world sees itself. So I'm gonna share some stuff they put together, and then they created fictional stories and applied it to this stuff to make sure that we don't understand that the way we see things, and they even trick us by saying, oh, the eye sees everything you're looking at is really backwards and upside down. And they throw that stuff in there to you know what I'm saying, trick you. That's just to throw you in a whole loop of, you know what I'm saying, some crazy shit. But anyway, they're telling us that that's the way the light is bouncing off of our eyes to the image, and then the image back to our eyes. Instead of showing you some ink blots, that these ink blots are something that they made one, you know, saying drop and just smash something together. It's perfect dimensions. Okay. So no matter what grows, let me get back to this for the advanced stuff. No matter what grows, no matter what is built, it will imprint itself in everything. So this is something that I'm still studying, kind of freaking me out, not gonna lie. I'm not into all that, you know what I'm saying, all that spooky, woogie, you know what I'm saying, spiritual stuff. You know what I'm saying? 2 fingers on me like that. But I did find some very interesting stuff looking at these things and then seeing trees in front of them. You understand? So looking at these things and then seeing the trees in front of them kind of made me think like, okay, something not right. I'm like, okay, something playing with me. Something's not right. So now I understand the square, and this causes me to question a lot of things. I used to always clown when people said that you had sin inside of you. I used to always clown when people said, oh, the whole world is full of sin. So it's been decoded for y'all, giving it to you today, that a lot of this stuff that they put together, I'm talking about all history, every history, any tourist attraction history and all this stuff. They have removed a lot of stuff. In fact, these world fairs were them removing the petrified things that were on all this stuff. They couldn't do it to everything. Ask anybody that studies Tatarianism and studies petrified giants and so forth, and they're going to tell you about that conclusion that they've been having. Wonder where they got it from. So anyway, seeing this opens up the mind that our ancestors have there has to be some information that our ancestors wrote down, carved in stone, to let us know what was really going on. No words to it, something that we can understand. And we've seen these things misrepresented to us. So, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be like something that I'm going to be going on all the time about. That basically we see things through 8 perspectives. We see the reflection of the 8 perspectives. Then we see the split. And then we see, you know what I'm saying, split in half, not at the bottom. Basically split in half both ways. I'll be showing y'all that symmetry next Monday. All right, got like 30 minutes.
Now they got a back, we don't want that in us. George Washington is the ninth president, look it up. United States only 10 square blocks, look it up. White people really the minorities, look it up. Courtrooms don't got authority, look it up. You want me, say stop governing me. Gave me a straw man, it's really not me. Why you don't keep it 100 with me? Why Trayvon Killer still walk around free? Made this song for the truth, don't hate it. History was told in reverse, I've stated. We still oppressed, somebody gotta say it. I'm taking out of school, that's the reason I made it. History, it's his story. History, it's his story. History, it's his story. History, it's his story. It ain't my story. History, it's his story. Probably ain't your story. History, it's his story. It's his story.
Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This shit kick me out, man. What the fuck going on? Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right. Let me take this down. Let me show y'all something. Um, See, there's things that you can do that'll help clear up the mucus that is blocking the face. Hold on. Oh yeah, I got shade too darker too, by the way, for all my haters. That's all my little stuff packed up. No big dizzle. Okay. So what the deal is, if you have some blockage or some stuff, it's something I do to myself all the time. I know all the spots that can relieve mucus from the brain. Like I know the specific angle your head has to be, the specific parts of the head. I'm not even gonna say, y'all just saw it, showed and proved. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I was a massage therapist for about 3 years. So when it comes to reflexology, there are parts of your fingers. They try and make it all mystically, magically, but all it does, it causes the release of toxins by blocking. And it's like your body is an organic machine, right? So there's ways that you can naturally, just by knowing what to do with your body. And once you have mastered it, you can induce the feeling happening to your hands. Like I can induce the feeling in my mind that I'm squeezing my fingers, that specific area that releases that toxin. That's when you start mastering that stuff. So basically, I'm consistently flushing my eyes and keeping my eyes, you know what I'm saying, observing this stuff right. So I catch the details. With that being said, you get to 32, and that goes into a whole nother story. But that's for next week. I'll definitely go over that next week. So basically what I'm saying is there's what they got the saying the mind thinking like the matrix is with the letters going across the screen and all that. But really what they're hiding from y'all, I'm giving y'all some shit that people don't know. And y'all lucky that I'm giving it to y'all for free. So I'm keeping 100. I'm saying? I see a couple people left. I'm saying? You're getting this for free. And this shit is definitely worth bands. What I'm giving you. This is the way you can see the world. Very valuable to a lot of people. People who know the value of it, can utilize it. So it's a way to read what, the world looks like from above. Basically, it's like the Matrix, the way the streets and everything in cities have been built. It grids all of the things that people call petrified giants out. So it allows the eye, you know what I'm saying, to pick up on these things. It's like your eye has to be trained to know what you're looking at. So basically, that's just breaking down the 32 eye. I'll be going into the different dimensions and reason why things are in that dimension. Why there's certain phrases about light, because when you're observing these things, giving y'all that one too right now, you have an angle where the position of you and the sun is very important. When the sun is, breaking dawn, the light cast across all the foundations of what we call mountains in the images that you'll look at from these 8 perspectives of position is remarkable. You know what I'm saying? Lack of a better word. Then you have sunset. When it's breaking dusk, you have that moment where the sky is still lit up and the sun has completely removed out of the line of sight. And then you see what direction these, what they call petrified giants. As you can see from the story Paradise Lights, it was them going through the west coast of America and seeing all these petrified giants. So they documented and wrote about it. Let me see. I might have deleted them. Let me see if I still got them images in here. No, I deleted them. Yep. Oh, sorry, y'all can't see that. So Paradise Law is my avatar. About to shut it down with my level 5. All right. There we go. So, no matter what grows, no matter what is built, it will imprint itself in everything. Basically, there's something to this planet that's remarkable. It's the difference between a person being able to read the world physically as you move about, and then read the world on a grand scale, and then read it using technology. And that's like somewhat of a breakdown of the Matrix was. Neo could see everything in numbers towards the end of that first one. And you had Gozer, who could read the Matrix on the screen. I'm telling y'all right now, that is a cover-up for looking at the major cities. So far, 48 cities I have documented. State capitals, yes, 48. State capitals, areas that are gridded and surrounded by petrified giants. And very interesting, very interesting. So the other one is what's below us. So using our eye and knowing what you're looking at, seeing the world the way the world sees itself, changes everything. But in order for you to really obtain this and observe this stuff, hey, it's pretty deep. That's why I wanted to share and give people a side of what initiatives know, you know what I'm saying, about observing nature. And that's what it means, what I mean when I say it doesn't matter what a person, you know what I'm saying, is looking at and explaining to you. Because that's just what his eyeball sees. And the eye connected to his brain in the way he's taught to perceive it. If a person hasn't gone through these certain traditions, there's something missing. So I'm going to start giving that out for our brothers and sisters in the future. I'm talking about teenagers right now. A way to really observe things, you know what I'm saying? Heighten your sense. You know what I'm saying? All those different things are very much capable. YouTube could obtain a level like this. You know what I'm saying? But once you have it down, ultimately you cannot escape what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? It, as in Petrified Giants, is moving to dimensions and basically 144 elevate beyond the 9 realms of the way you see things. It's 9 realms of reality because that's the way you see things. Everything moves around you. You can observe from all those positions, from tilting your head to the left, seeing what it looked like, tilting your head to the right. A lot of us do that when we concentrate. Or laying down and looking at something. Like, have you ever noticed you can lay down and tilt your head and watch TV on your side, on your left side and your right side? And the way you're seeing it is that you're laying down and looking at a screen. It's like completely sideways, but just tilting your head, it allows you to see the perspective of the TV screen as if you're looking at it straight forward. People don't really, catch that stuff. But that's the realms of reality. Mastering the luminous cocoon, the petrified giants facing you. The luminous cocoon is more complicated. I'm gonna start breaking that down next week. Of cascading fractal. When you're observing this stuff, like when I show this image here, so forth. Some of the images of some, fights. Here we go. Man, come on. Honorable admiration. Peace, y'all.